So it's based on what else?
It's 9:15 a.m. here in Superior, Wisconsin. I am your host, Jared Running Jr., joined by, as always, my
Dale
co-host,
Summerfield Jr.
yeah, my best friend, Dale Summerfield Jr. And it's another edition of Junior Junior. We haven't been on live for 2 weeks. Oh, we haven't been on live for 3 weeks. We haven't been on for 2 weeks. But yeah, we're back here a little late. I know the show's supposed to start at 8:30, but no, nobody knows. Nobody knows. This week we are going to be talking about some MLB. And we got an album review that was supposed to happen last week. Last week, I think. I throw my hands up. Actually, probably 2 weeks ago. No, last week. Last week was 7:13. We're good. We're good. All right. So Dale, baseball. We were
Hmm.
supposed to talk the All Star game last week, but we didn't have a
Yeah.
show. So I suppose big congrats to our teams. The NL winning finally. We haven't won since in Kansas City.
Holy man, was that like it sucks. Like I wanted the NL to win now for like the last 5 years, and they have not. I don't think they've won since like 2012,
Yeah. The
which
last
is
time the NL won, Bryce Harper was playing in his first ever All Star game.
yeah. And I think that was as a rookie, I think, too, right?
Yeah, it was God.
Same with Mike Trout, I think, too.
Yeah, yeah. Mike Trout was in the All Star game. Yeah, it's
Which
neither
is
of those
insane
guys here
because
this time.
well, and that game was a close nail biting game. And then I saw the AL with the lead. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Like,
Yeah,
and then and then the man they don't call Elias Diaz just
yeah.
it's a homer to lead it. Like, man,
I'm gonna do a little pumping up of the Phillies here now. Obviously, masterclass managing by Rob Topper Thompson, the defending nationally champion manager. Uh, Nicholas Castellanos with a walk and then a stolen base, getting himself on base for the Elias Diaz 2-run shot to give the lead to the National League. And then, of course, the Vulture comes in. He closes it out. Everyone was worried he was giving up those walks. I said he just want to make it a little interesting here in Seattle. But yeah, good. It was a good game.
mm-hmm.
Close one. That's what you like in a game like that.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. And then the night before I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was at work. But the home run derby,
This
I
is where
felt
we.
we should have had a different winner.
Yeah. But what they should do is somebody said this. They should do what they used to do. Kind of mix the rules. Instead of doing seeding, just have everybody hit and then take the top how many out of each round. And just
See, I like that because like uh Adolis Garcia, like that was the guy I wanted to win, either him or J Rod. Like those are the two guys I wanted to win, and then I think they ended up both losing in like the first round or second round. If I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but there's somebody. They both had huge totals and
I
one
don't
of them
even
had
remember
wins.
who won. Do you know who?
Vladdy.
Vlad, yeah.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I don't do. And there was some guys I felt like they picked wrong for the Derby.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see Shohei in it. Like,
I wonder if he just doesn't want to do it after last year.
yeah,
But no, I would have. Yeah, that would have been cool to see him. I'd also like to see a year where we don't have Pete Alonso in it.
well, I doubt that will ever happen.
No, not until he retires. But I'm sick of seeing him every year. And then we
Yeah,
got
and I don't think he's even hit so many home runs this year either. I think he's sitting at not even 20. I don't think.
yeah, and then we got to hear about how he's trying to get to Griffey's 3 titles.
So he's more worried about Ken Griffey's home run derby titles than silver slugger titles or
Well, he plays for the Lowell Mets. He can't be worried about anything else.
I think the Mets should sell him at the deadline.
Now they can send him wherever they want. I don't want him.
Yeah. I'll take him. We need a first baseman because Rowdy's hurt.
Okay, take him. I don't want him anywhere near my team. He's a cancer. He's a fat hot dog eating piece of shit.
Well,
What?
and then did you see too now the MLB is going to try to have a Legends home run derby?
Whoa! I did not hear about this.
Yeah, they what they're playing on. It's like the Celebrity All Star Game where they have some form of legends in that. But next year, I don't know if they're trying to replace the whole home run derby or if they'll have it in the same night or if they'll extend All Star weekend. But they want to have a home run Legends derby, and it sounds like Griffey could do it. Frank Thomas, David Ortiz. But my worry is, would they like possibly allow guys like McGuire or Sosa or Bonds or any of those ones that I know that were famous for hitting this home runs back during the steroid era? Would they allow him to, or would it be like? Because like if you have a Legends home run derby, put Willie Mays in that thing.
Oh,
That dude's going to go off. Well,
no.
same with A-Rod, too, because, like, I know A-Rod's, to be honest with you, I didn't like A-Rod as a player, but I respect him as a broadcaster. I think he's kind of a funny dude, him and David Ortiz in the broadcast booth for Fox. Like, I'm not a big A-Rod guy as a player, but A-Rod as an announcer, like, cracks me up. It's hilarious. Like, him and David Ortiz always butting heads.
Yeah, I know. My personal opinion is they need to take Alex Rodriguez off of TV because anything that makes me like Alex Rodriguez is an issue.
Yeah.
And he's making me like him way too much in his post career.
See, that's what I'm saying. His post career, I love the dude, but like his playing career, I'm not a fan of.
I had, when I really turned a leaf on him, I was when he was on ESPN and they were talking about steroid users and the Hall of Fame and Barry Bonds. And they asked him, do you think Barry Bonds is a Hall of Famer? And he said, oh, right, no, I don't. He cheated. And I don't even remember who was talking to him, but then she tried to get him, like, oh, I got you good. That means you're not a Hall of Famer. And he said, yeah, I know. I made my bed, I'll lay in it. Like,
yeah. And like he admitted to what he did. Like, dude, I applaud you for that. Like, that took guts. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure he wants to be a Hall of Famer, but he understands he shouldn't be. So respect to him.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like that's my thing. So will they allow some of those guys like that? I wonder in the Legends, because like I mean, I'd like to see A-Rod be in it. Like,
I think they might allow A-Rod. I don't see. I think A-Rod. I don't know about McGuire. I don't know about Sosa. Sosa you wouldn't even recognize.
Yeah, but you don't ever hear about Bonds or McGuire in the news at all. Like ever. It's like they're living like this private life.
Bonds, I don't think would be in it because I don't even know if Bonds would be invited since he's such a prick.
Mm-hmm.
Even outside the steroid stuff, the guy's just a prick in general.
It's probably why he did it, so he could be all that, like.
Oh, it is why he did it. It's well known. I mean, he's seen what McGuire and Sosa were doing, and he didn't like that the attention wasn't on him. So, what's he do? He goes and shoots up a steroid so he can have the record, and the attention's on Barry Bonds again. Him and his big inflated head.
Which is sad because that record will never be broken, I don't think.
No.
Not in today's baseball. Maybe there'll come a guy where maybe Shohei one of these years or possibly Judge could. But it has to be an NL guy, correct? I believe. Or is it the... No, it can be an AL guy because it's a single season.
Yeah. The day it'll be broken, I think, is the day that the MLB turns a blind eye to steroids again. Or we see those juice balls used all throughout the season. But until then, And I don't respect the record because simply when you have to add a caveat for it to be broken,
Hmm.
then that record shouldn't be a record anyway because,
I don't think
well,
three of those records could did Soxa break it, then McGuire, then Bonds.
yeah, yep. Knock them all down.
So who had the? I guess I forgot who had the record before that.
Well, I guess the record would be judged now
Yeah.
because it was Roger Maris's record before them.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I guess Aaron Judge is the true single season home run king in my mind.
Wow.
Which hey, that just happened. Weird to think
Eh,
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's gonna break Hank Aaron's career? Because that's the real record, folks. No Barry
Oh no.
Bonds in
I
it.
yeah. I totally think Aaron Judge, if he just continues on the tear he is, he's going to be the all-time home run hitter.
He
Because
could be.
Bonds
Yeah.
is, if you put an asterisk by Bonds is and by McGuire's and Sosa's, he moves up the list far quicker than those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no question
Mhm.
about Aaron Judge's
Yeah.
immaculate home run hitting. There is questions about Barry Bonds, but I know people love Barry Bonds, so we better move on before
Hmm.
we lose every single viewer that ever cared about us time in baseball. And that would move us on to talking about coming out of the All Star break. Um, I'm not going to go too in depth. Phillies won 3 out of 4 from the Padres because I know we both would rather talk about the next series for our teams.
Hmm. You want my turn?
Yep. I was just going to
Okay.
say that they won 3 out of 4 from the Padres. You
Oh,
want me to go more in depth? They lost the first one. They won the next 3.
they the Brewers coming out of the All-Star game once again faced the Cincinnati Reds after playing them on Friday, Saturday, Sunday before the All-Star break. They took 2 out of 3 then, and they ended up sweeping them. And they were the first team in MLB history to have 3 straight shutouts. So about time the Brewers have some type of record that probably will be broken again within the next year, just knowing the luck. But yeah, they shut them out the day before the All Star break with a 1-0 record, with a 1-0 win, and then after the All Star break, they won 1-0 again. Then they won 3-0, and then they won 4-3, and that leads us to where we are at Thursday.
Okay. Well, Tuesday. I think he's trying to skip ahead. Tuesday.
No,
So who are the Brewers playing?
they're playing Jared's Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay. And then this is the part where you go, Jared, who are the Phillies playing?
What?
This is the part where you go, Jared, who are the Phillies playing?
Jared, who are the Phillies playing?
They're playing Dale's Brewers. So the Phillies and the Brewers are playing right now. First game Tuesday, Aaron Nola versus. You remember who started for the Brewers?
I think Freddie Peralta.
Okay. Nola versus Peralta. Oh no, Julio Teheran.
Oh yeah, yeah, Julio
Yeah.
Turan. Yeah.
So this series has been quite high scoring. So Tuesday, the Phillies started with a Kyle Schwarber leadoff home run. They put up 3 in the first 3 innings before the Brewers would get 2 back in the 5th. They would add on a 4th in the bottom of the 5, so they'd be up 4-2. Brewers would get 1 more in the 8th before Craig Kimbrell, all-star hero of the National League, would come in and close it out. Phillies would take game 1, 4-3. And then a little deja vu, huh? Next day, Dale?
Mm-hmm.
That well,
The
not
next day,
but flipped.
yes, the next day, but flip. It was I I don't like Colin Ray. Like he worries me. The man worried me. So Blake Perkins doubles in the top of the second with 2 runners on. Jamal Jones scores and Andrew Monasterio scores to give the Brewers a 2-0 lead. And then the man who I'm not going to say the word yet because I still want him to hit the ball really, really good. Christian Yelich doubles. He's been on a tear, man. He's been on a tear, and I love to see it.
Yeah, he's back.
But
He's not in that slump anymore. Open my voodoo works.
you see, that's why I said I don't want to say it.
Yeah, he's
You
back.
ruined
No
it.
more slumping for Yelich.
So Blake Perkins scores. The Brewers lead 3-0. And then in the bottom of the fourth, somebody must have had to apologize or something on national TV because Nick Castellanos sent homers on a fly ball to left. So it was 3-1 with nobody on. And then Brandon Marsh and Kyle Schwarber go back-to-back singles and ties it 3-3.
Which, oh my god. Well, okay, so there had to be something more to that, because there had to be somebody on for Marsh. Because he had a
Yes,
guy
for
at third.
Marsh, it was Alec Bohm.
Okay, yeah, Bowmer. Yeah.
And then Schwarber singles to center field, and Alec Bohm scores and Marsh scores.
Yeah, good on Marsh here. Getting on his horse to score on a single from first.
And then Joey Wiemer strikes out on a foul tip while Blake Perkins steals second base. And William Contreras doubles on a ground ball to left fielder Kyle Schwarber. And then Blake Perkins scores. Kyle Schwarber strikes out swinging. And again, Mr. Clutch, William Contreras doubles again for Joey Wiemer to score. And then the bottom of the ninth was really, really eventful. I don't know if you watched the bottom half of the ninth.
I can't watch them when they're playing the Brewers.
Yeah, so here's what happened. JT Realmuto struck out swinging. That was 1 out. Then Bryson Stott singles on a line drive and moves Harper to third. You had the tying run on, or you had
Tying run on first.
On first, yep. And then here's the issue. Then Contreras, Bryson Stott got caught stealing second base by catcher William Contreras, and Terrain tagged him out. And it was like a boom, boom double play. Boom, boom, steal the caught stealing. Like, I heard it on the radio. They're like, whoa, what a great play. Like, it was like a close boom, boom. Phillies challenge. Call on the field was upheld. Makes it 2 outs with 1 guy on third. And Alec Bohm strikes out on a foul tip to end the game.
So what I'm hearing is I could go back. I gotta go see if Stott was even actually out. So we might have got screwed. Classic comes. Also, I don't know. I heard about this, but because I can't watch the game, I have no idea what people are talking about. But a late timeout call that would have ended the inning would have kept the game tied. I don't know because I wasn't watching and.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch. I only threw it up on my radio when I was getting my brother.
Yeah, I don't see because I don't know what this was about, but I heard something and get some late timeout call. I don't know if it was on Contreras or what, and it would have led to a strikeout on the pitch clock. I don't want to go into this because I have no idea what was talking about, but I just seen it on Twitter. I seen somebody say in our Phillies group that late timeout call being given ended up stopping the game from being tied, or what, without it the game would have been tied, something like that. But I can't.
Yeah, I'm not 1,000% sure.
Yeah, and I would go look at the at bat if I knew what they're talking about, but all they said was late timeout call. Mm-hmm. Game would have been tied. So, what were they talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not 1,000% sure.
And then you got people talking about that Bryce Harper at bat where he struck out on 6 straight watch pitches.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember who was pitching to him, but I heard there was a balk. He didn't even come set. He didn't even do a windup. He just threw the ball. I'm not too thrilled with that. You guys cheat over there? You guys pay the umps off? Because that's what it sounds like. Sounds like there was a balk that you got away with. You little money to the ump. Late time ump. Call should have been a strike. Little money to the ump. Lets that go by. Challenge. Turns out Brighton Stott stole the base. Threw some money at him. Oh, a call's upheld. I'm thinking the Brewers are paying the umps off. That's the only way that the Phillies could lose a ball game like this.
They just couldn't lose it the old-fashioned way. Eh?
No, they don't lose. You're missing the point where the Phillies are in second place in the National League East, and you might say, well, who cares? Well, the National League East has the best team in baseball, the Atlanta Braves, so it means something. They'd be in first place in a lot of other divisions, just not the East or the West. I would like to petition Dale, and I think you agree with this. So our teams will play more often. I'd like to petition for the Phillies to move to the Central and move the Pirates to the East because I'd much rather play in the Central. I'm sick of playing in the East. There's too many good teams in the East. I want to play in a shitty division. If the AL or
Go
NL
play in the
Central,
AL Central.
well, the AL or NL Central is looking for a new team. The Phillies would be in very good striking distance of first place in both those divisions.
I just
If
don't know why, like with some of those, like why when they realigned it, why they didn't think to have the Brewers, Twins, Tigers all in the same. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, well, the realignment, I
just
some of the
based
real
on how the Central teams line up, you could easily have had Brewers, Cubs, Twins, Tigers, and then your
we gotta
fifth
keep the
team
White
being
Sox with.
like, huh?
If you're going pure off location, you gotta get the White Sox with the Cubs.
Yeah, have those five, and then have like, well, then it would not go well because then it'd be like the Indians, Reds, Pirates, and then Royals, Cardinals.
Well, I suppose you'd have to do okay the Twins. Okay, so the Royals got to be in this division
Hmm.
because they're too far. They're not far enough west. They're not far enough.
Yeah.
So the Royals would have to be in the Central. Then the Twins,
Hmm.
and then I guess it's got to be the Cubs and the White Sox. But then maybe they just did a good job with the divisions. Maybe they don't need to mess with them.
No, they did a good job.
Yeah, good divisions. I don't want to figure out how you guys could have made this better geographically. No, the NFL, well, that's something we talk about. Geographic divisions that they did a shitty job on. But
Yeah.
that's a discussion for another time. What isn't a discussion for another time is my album review of Speaking Out Taylor's version that we need to talk about. So we'll go to an ad break, and when we come back, I will talk about that album, even though everyone that's wanted to hear about it could have already heard about it on the channel. Bah humbug. Let me have some fun in life. Alright, ad break time, folks.
We're good.
Hello, folks.
We have some
It's
breaking
Jared and
news
Dale
coming back
back.
from the show.
Dale, I. Why can't I? Oh, I know why I can't hear you. We're all good. You keep talking, Dale. You're all good.
Oh,
You say what you want to say.
no, I was just going to say me and Jared have some breaking news coming back from the show, back from our little break there.
Yeah, you guys may have noticed that was a 10-minute long break. And you may say, why the fuck did you just run 2 ads for 10 minutes? Well, take it up with our former video partners, Zoom. Because after today's show ends, we will be severing ties with Zoom. We will be firing them as the official video partner of Junior and Junior and moving to Skype, a network that does not make you wait 10 minutes before joining a new meeting.
You're here.
Yeah. So, you guys will never see Zoom video on the channel again.
We will not promote it in any way, shape, or form.
No. Our opinions are our own opinions. They're fact. So let's get into this album review to say goodbye to the Zoom era because Zoom has went the way of Twitch. All right. In that case, they shot themselves because their platform was obsolete to what we needed. So anyway, we're talking Speak Now, Taylor's version from Taylor Swift, obviously. Who else would release an album called Taylor's version? July 7th is when this came out. I was listening to it immediately when it came out, 11 p.m. local time. So actually July 6th, but that's besides the point. I was listening to it immediately. It's obviously a re-recording of her third album from 2010, Speak Now, as I think's kind of understood in the music industry now, Taylor Swift going through and re-recording her first 6 albums, so she owns them after the whole thing with Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun, and yeah, if you guys know, you know. If you don't, you don't care. So obviously, yeah, this is the re-recording of a third. It's also halfway to all 6 being re-recorded with Fearless, Red, and now Speak Now. 1989 Reputation and Debut, aka Taylor Swift, still to come. So Dale, you got any thoughts on this album?
No,
You reviewed the original Speak Now.
I
with
did.
me on
I
Twitch.
did.
Yeah, you were there for that.
I was.
And I remember how you said, I didn't really like this album. It did not live up to the standards of Fearless, or something like that.
I said that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm making stuff up. I don't remember. I don't remember what I said about Speak Now back then. I do know Speak Now is one of my favorite albums. Well, folks, if
Yeah.
Dale...
I mean, I think Speak Now was a pretty. It was an okay one, but it wasn't anything like Fearless. Like no, Fearless still reigns supreme in my eyes. But
Yeah. I won't tell the viewers that you listened to Fearless Stolen version. All right. Let's talk this album then. I'll talk it for us. Obviously, Speak Now, amazing album. One of her best. I would rank it maybe my second favorite behind Red. Um, don't know. I'm gonna go through and re-rank them all, so that may change. By the time you guys see a video from me, like on Crank It Up Pop, where I go ranking the 10 Taylor Swift albums or something, that may change. I may have something completely different. Speak Now may fall way down. But no, I love this album. Obviously, it's the songs, you know. It's ours, Sparks Fly, Mine, Dear John, Back to December, Mean. What the story of us? This is a stacked album, top to bottom. I don't like. Enchanted, the one Speak Now song that was on the Eras Tour set list until she added Long Live, which Taylor, music industry, Mother, Becky, T Swizzle, or whatever you want me to call you. Come here. Why? Why? 2 weeks after I went to the tour, did you decide to add Long Live to the set list? Why did you do that to me? Okay. I'm not. See, I'm sure
He
me
has
and
a vendetta now, people. Just breathe. He has a vendetta.
Well, I'm just saying the people like me in Minneapolis and the people in Cincinnati right before the release of Speak Now Taylor's version, we aren't disappointed that we didn't get Long Live. No, not at all. Not at all. We're completely rational and normal people that understand that she was waiting till she owned the album. Yeah. We're definitely not disappointed. We understand why, but we're okay, bit disappointed. But what I really want to talk about though is the vault tracks. Because no one's ever heard those like going into this, so that's like the new big thing. Electric Touch featuring Fall Out Boy. Don't love it. I definitely like. It's growing on me. I like it more than I did, but I don't think it's as great as some people are acting. I don't know. It's probably my least favorite vault track, easily. Like, I don't know. The other ones I like more. Because then you move on to Emma Falls in Love, which obviously do the math. Taylor wrote this back in 2010 about Emma Stone. They've been friends for years. It's clear. And my thing is, how is this not on the original version? Emma Falls in Love is an amazing track. Not the best vault track, but it's amazing. It's definitely one where I'm definitely sitting here and I'm like, I don't know. I would have probably put that on there. And then we move on to I Can See You, which she obviously debuts in Kansas City. She does the whole debut. She brings out Joey King and Taylor Lautner, and she does the whole thing. And Taylor Lautner's in the music video. It gets it's the first single last week now. Taylor version. It gets the music video treatment. That is the best music video she has ever released. So that definitely plays into my feelings on this song because I liked it, but I didn't love it originally. And then I seen the music video, and now I love it. It's still not my favorite vault track, but it's up there. It's a good tune. It's a pop song though. It's very much a pop song. And what is mostly a country album because obviously Taylor didn't make the move towards pop until Red, really. So yeah.
So, did Taylor take it? I guess I can't even remember. Did she take time off before she released the pop? Like, was it a couple of years like that she wasn't like singing or producing like music until she? I guess I don't remember how she just made the jump from country to pop.
So Taylor Swift, obviously a country album, comes out 2006. Fearless, obviously a country album, comes out 2008. Speak Now, country album, comes out 2010. Red, country / pop, but majority country album, 2012. And then 1989, where she really goes into pop, she completely leaves country behind, comes out 2014. So she kind of just followed the same track, 2 years in between albums.
Mm.
And then Reputation happened, and that didn't come out until 2017. Which, that has a lot to do with the whole snake thing, I'm sure. And, yeah.
Yeah.
But, so that's another thing for another day. But, yeah. So I guess she didn't really take time off. I think she understood, though. Because, like, for her, it's just writing a song. And I think she wanted to go the direction of pop. And there is, obviously, people that are kind of in the know about when Red originally came out. There was a lot of, like, pushback from the record label on you're a country artist. You cannot put that song on there. That's too pop. That'd be too much pop on this country album. And a lot of that came out with the Taylor's version and the vault tracks, and we got to see a lot more of what she wrote. And that's the best thing about these vault tracks is seeing what she wrote in that mind frame and the time of the original album, what she wanted on the album. And a lot of like the red tracks you can see are very pop. And I think what I've learned from this album, speaking out the vault tracks, is I think she was probably leaning towards moving in a pop direction
Mhm.
with a song like I Can See You, and then uh, doing Castles Crumbling featuring Hayley Williams, which, of course, if for people that don't know who Hayley Williams is, which, how do you not? Pop punk icon. Or, I mean, not pop punk, pop rock icon. Lead singer of Paramore, which, if you haven't heard of Hayley Williams, you've probably heard of Paramore. Obviously, her and Taylor have been friends for many years. Hayley Williams getting the start there in Nashville. Taylor Swift getting the start there in Nashville. So they've known each other a very long time. And I actually wonder, like, this is a thing that I do wonder, is because, like, a lot of these features, you're like, well, obviously they weren't originally supposed to feature so-and-so. I wonder, was Castles Crumbling originally supposed to feature Hayley Williams? Because, like, they were already friends. Like, this isn't something that I think came about now. So, like, is there, like, because, like, guys, I'm not into the, like, demos and, like, listening to leak tracks from. Is there, like, an original Castles Crumbling with Hayley Williams from back in 2010? Like, somebody can inform me on that. Because I'm not really into those, listening to demo tracks that got leaked and everything. I sometimes, but not often. But I dropped my phone. I gotta read off my phone. Dale, kill some time here. Tell them about how great Paramore is.
Paramore is great. I
Yeah, what's your favorite Paramore song, Dale?
don't even know. Huh.
The disappointment, folks. I'm gonna make him listen to Paramore.
Hey,
Foolish one. Next one. Foolish one. Very
well,
funny.
you'll have all the time in the world to play me all the Taylor Swift songs when we are in Philadelphia in less than a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 weeks.
What are you folks gonna do when we're in Philadelphia and we skip Junior and Junior? Or we do it live from Philadelphia?
We do it
Take them on
live
the
from the
feet.
Rocky statue in Philadelphia.
We'll have a little table set up and people will be like, "What are you guys doing?" "Oh, we're just doing this show we do. You want to be on it?" No,
We're
anyway,
live
folks, though.
live from Citizens Bank Park.
Citizens Bank Park parking lot. It's Junior
Parking lot
Junior.
edition.
No, a foolish one though. Very funny jokes coming out of that. A lot of people like, oh, she wrote All Too Well about Jake Gyllenhaal. She wrote Dear John about John Mayer. She wrote Foolish One about me. Like, okay, very very okay song. Better than Electric
And then
Touch.
she'll write one, Jared.
Yeah, she'll write a song about me, and it'll be really cool. On on the Vault album Karma, there'll be a song about me. If you guys don't know what Karma is, that better be her pop, or not her pop, her rock album, because I really want Taylor Swift to release a rock album. And then lastly, Timeless. Timeless, best ball track, Timeless, amazing. Timeless is the one track I have, like, I will force people to listen to Timeless. Actually, I think we should just play Timeless live on the show right now. And then when the channel gets taken down because Taylor Swift comes at us with copyright strikes and stuff,
Mhm.
we'll be fine. Because I'll say, well, at least we went out with the last thing the viewers ever heard was Timeless. But no, seriously, go listen to Timeless. Best, yeah. If we met on a crowded street in 1944 and you were going off to fight in a war, it's the best track. Go listen to it. And with that, I give Taylor, Speak Now Taylor's version by Taylor Swift 9.5 out of 10 because it's better than the original, and I think I gave that a 9. I don't think Dale's enthused when I go on these Taylor Swift rants. I think he just sits there and he goes, "How does somebody know this much about an artist?"
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I do. Like, how do you know so much?
Uh, yeah, so
It,
no, with that, we'll conclude the
it's
show.
like the movie on Fever Pitch, the one that he gets that book on Fenway Park. It's like you got a book on Taylor Swift.
I should get a book on Taylor Swift, the Book of Taylor.
Huh? You broke up there. I couldn't hear you.
I said I should get a book about Taylor Swift, the Book of Taylor, and then anytime we talk one of her albums, I'll go, all right, time to look in the Book of Taylor.
Hey, do it. I mean, we could have a segment, the Book of Taylor.
Yeah. This week we're talking about I don't know. I don't want to take shots at any exes. We'll talk about Taylor Lautner because we love Taylor Lautner. And we love Tay Lautner too. Taylor Lautner's wife because she's a great person. They both are. They both respect and understand Taylor, and yeah, and we love that as Swifties. Anyway, so with that, we're going to conclude the show. And I've been Jared.
And I've been Dale. And before we leave, let's
Fuck
see what
Zoom.
Jared like to.
Oh.
No. What if in 2 weeks we move our show from Thursday to potentially Tuesday afternoonish?
Thursday to... Why are we moving it to...
Because it's the MLB trade deadline and we must recap all the big news.
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah, we gotta do that. Yeah, totally.
So I work 6 to 3 on Tuesdays. But my hope is I can get here and we can review it at 4 o'clock or 3:30.
Yeah, and that'd be perfect because the trade deadline concludes at 3. So we'll already know all the news, and yeah.
Yep, and we'll just recap the whole day.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd bring that up, see if you wanted to move it from Thursday to Tuesday to make it a trade deadline special.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it.
Okay, that'll work. Special Tuesday edition.
Yeah. And it won't be on Zoom.
No.
No. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week.